Hi there. Before anything else, I just want to say thank you. Some of you shared such intimate thoughts in the comment section from last video. Things about how you were really feeling your own battles with depression. It means so much to me. I read every word carefully. You are not alone, and I don't take your trust lightly. This video isn't a guide or a lesson. It's just me sharing my own story, in case it helps you feel a little less alone too. There was a time when everything in my world felt muted. I wasn't crying every day or lying dramatically on the floor like you sometimes see in movies. It was quieter than that, almost like someone had turned the color and sound down on everything. Nothing felt exciting, nothing really mattered, not even me. But deep inside, there was this tiny flicker of a voice, a soft one, not always easy to hear, but it would speak up during the hardest moments. Like when I couldn't get out of bed, that voice would say, "How about just sitting up?" And once I sat up, it would say, "What if you put on a hoodie? No pressure." That's how I got through some of the worst days. Not with big goals, but by breaking everything down into the smallest, kindest steps possible. It felt like I was slowly crawling out, one gentle nudge at a time. Later, I started open up to close friends. We had a real heart-to-heart conversations. That was the beginning of a shift for me. I began to realize that a lot of my struggles, the things weighing me down, were old memories and buried emotions. It felt like my mind was a big cluttered basement, filled with file cabinets of things I never dealt with. And those cabinets just keep piling up until I couldn't walk through the room anymore. I was overwhelmed, not just emotionally, but mentally and physically. I was like living in a messy house that you can't clean, but that you also can't leave. Eventually, I thought, if I don't start going through these files now, when will I? So I started cleaning up, not the house I live in, but the one in my head. Little by little, I would sit down in a quiet spot with a notebook and ask myself questions. What happened? How did it make me feel? Sad? Angry? Jealous? Why did it make me feel that way? Did it remind me of something from the past? I answered honestly, even when it hurts. Because no one was listening, there was no one to impress or hide from. And something amazing happened. The more I went through those files, the lighter my mind started to feel. It felt like I had more space, more freedom, more clarity. I started seeing my way forward. I've come to see depression like a dam, a block that stops the natural flow of your life. And when the water can't move, everything behind it becomes stagnant. But even when you can't knock the dam down all at once, you can start letting small streams flow around it. That's what I tried to do. I forced myself to do little things that I knew would bring me joy, even if I had no desire at the time. I would pick a silly movie and go to the theater with friends, get ice cream, clean a small corner of my room, exercise, doing yoga, or start drawing a character I used to love as a kid. And afterward, I would reflect. I was happy for a moment. See? There is still joy out there. That gave the little voice in my head something to hold on to. It grew louder, more encouraging, more like a cheerleader than a whisper. And with that voice, it kept moving forward, a little more each day. For me, self-care isn't a one-time thing. It's an ongoing practice. A way of showing up for myself again and again, especially when everything else feels heavy. Sometimes that means rest, sometimes it means reflection, sometimes it means creating something small just for the joy of it. And if you're someone who makes art too, you might relate it to this. Creating isn't just about making beautiful things. Sometimes it's how we process pain, how we stitch our stories back together, how we remember who we are. So if you're in a dark place right now, I just want you to know You are not alone. There are friends and family who are willing to listen. There are professionals who want to help. But most importantly, you have yourself. And you are someone worth loving and trusting. Sometimes softness is real strength. Don't hold it all in. You are carrying so much. And it makes sense that you are tired. But somewhere in you, there is still a small flame. Even if it doesn't feel like it right now, it's there. And if you keep feeding it with tiny, kind things, it will grow. That flame will shine brighter again. The world is still beautiful if you keep looking for the beauty. Stay curious and keep moving forward, even if it's slow. I'm so glad you are here with us. I'm working on a little self-care worksheet you can download soon. It's a simple sheet with questions to help you reflect gently, like a quiet self-therapy session. I will upload it with the next video, so keep an eye out if you would like to try it. Thanks for listening. Thanks for showing up. Stay kind. Stay curious. Be kind to your fire. You are doing better than you think.